Do you think you'll be able to love the baby?
I do.
Is there anything that you'd like to ask me?
You're so fine. I can't believe any man would ever do this to you.
Do you have any doubt?
You having second thoughts?
No.
That afternoon, we rushed through a wedding in the church, with Ray's family watching. It was so rushed, he didn't even have time to buy a ring.
I don't have a ring.
I don't need one.
To me, a ring didn't really matter. I used to be a graduate student, but a few months ago, my life changed because of an unexpected pregnancy to protect my family's reputation and my father's pride. I had no choice but to come to this distant village and marry a farmer I had never met. I quickly felt uneasy. The road home grew more remote. The scenery outside became emptier. After getting out of the car, I looked around. There was nothing but endless fields. This unfamiliar emptiness seemed to take away the last bit of light in me, even though the house was simple and remote. It was spotless inside. Ray gave me the master bedroom his parents used to live in. He moved into the smaller room next door. When I noticed, there were 2 single beds. He told me he once had a brother named Danny, but Danny died in the war. Ray showed me around the house. He was clumsy but tried his best to make me like it, but the distance in me didn't fade.
Where's the telephone?
Phone box in Wilson outside the post office.
At our first dinner, even the air felt awkward. To break the silence, I started talking about my college life. I mentioned my major in archaeology, but for Ray, it was completely beyond him. He didn't know how to respond, so we started clearing the dishes.
Why you agreed to this?
Maybe it'd be God's will.
That night, I went back to my room. I opened the locket. Inside was a photo of Edward, my first love, the man who disappeared. After I got pregnant, what should have been his responsibility somehow fell on Ray, Ranger. The next morning, when I woke up, Ray was already out working. This man, who became my husband overnight, made me curious. The room was very simple. In the drawer, there was an old pocket watch. It ticked clearly, loud in the quiet room. Just then, I heard Ray coming back. I walked to the door. He came in carrying a big box of food, still with that gentle smile. He suddenly said, I wanted to go to town to call my family. He hesitated for a moment.
Beatbox has a mind of its own.
Beatbox.
That truck to haul my beats. Best if I drive you over.
That old truck wasn't easy to handle, but he didn't realize I didn't like the idea. So he drove me to town himself. After we arrived, he told me to use the phone booth. Then he went to the library. I wasn't calling to check in. I asked my sister about Edward. Her answer crushed my last hope. On the way back, Ray offered to teach me how to drive. The truck was heavy and hard to control. It had all kinds of issues, but with his patience, a small smile came back to my face. Then I looked out the window. People were working in the fields, bent over and busy. They work here for you?
Our farm.
His casual correction made it sound like I was already family. That day we went to church together. People were curious about me. The new bride, who appeared suddenly. They kept asking how we met. Ray smiled and made up a story. He said we met in Denver after leaving the church. I looked a little distracted. I told him I was going to the post office to send a letter home, but the name on it was Edward, the one I couldn't forget. As time passed, I slowly got used to life here. Sometimes I stood outside, watching the workers in the fields. Time passed quietly. One day we went fishing on the lake. Looking at the water, I said softly, I used to love swimming. Ray's eyes stayed on me. In that moment, something strong rose inside him.
Middle of the day is not the best time for fishing. Being out here is the point. Fishing's just an excuse, I suspect.
His sudden honesty left me confused. I didn't know how to face it. I was 4 months pregnant. The due date was late December. Once the baby was born, everyone would know it wasn't his. I started to care about his dignity. People will know. People will know the baby's early. What will they think then?
I don't care what people think.
People judge, people gossip.
They won't say a thing.
I realized clearly. It gave me a sense of safety I had never felt before. I started learning to cook, trying to be a wife. When I saw him sit down and taste my eggs, I felt nervous. He forced himself to eat and immediately said it tasted good. But when I turned away, he grabbed a glass of water.
What's that sound?
Somehow, he got a digging machine. I never thought that one comment about swimming would stay with him like that. There was no doubt he was ready for the baby. I didn't understand. I never asked for this. That night, I reluctantly went with him to his sister Martha's birthday dance. When we arrived, people paired up and walked onto the floor. Ray knew he couldn't dance, so he just sat beside me.
You really ought to dance.
I'm fine.
I stood up and asked him to dance. I underestimated him again. The moment he stepped onto the floor, he was like a different person. That day, we went to his sister's house for dinner. They talked about soybean planting plans, but his attention wasn't on the conversation. He kept looking at me.
What do you think?
I've been thinking about Troy.
When I heard him speak, I looked at him in shock. A farmer who knew nothing about history was suddenly talking about Troy, that lost city. One day, a car drove into the farm. I looked up and saw my sister. She said she came to take me back. The city had better medical care, better for childbirth, to help me leave. She even suggested we make up a reason, say Ray treated me badly, so I could go home. I refused immediately.
Ray, no. This has nothing to do with him. It's about doing what's best for you.
Without realizing it, protecting him had become instinct. But the next day, when I saw her off, I quietly slipped her a letter. It was for Edward, maybe deep down. I no longer felt the same about him. I just couldn't let go of the silence. All I needed was a clear answer to end the past. After she left, I told Ray everything about her wanting to take me back to the city because I felt
My sister wants me to go back to Denver to deliver.
Where is she?
She left already. I'll make some lunch.
he had the right to know.